Oh.
Mm-hmm. We just kind of performative-ish-esque.
Got you.
Oh, okay. I got you, John. I'm gonna do my best to mute when there's a dirt bike parade going by every 10 seconds outside. Just
you gotta love Baltimore City.
You
man.
in Minneapolis?
You gotta love Baltimore City.
It's either sirens or dirt bikes. All right. Don, hey sis, you good?
Yeah, I'm on my phone now, so.
Oh, it's perfect. We can hear you and everything.
All right.
I like how she's still frozen in this other box.
Right.
Who is Chocolate Thunder? Yes.
Oh, I'm Chocolate Thunder.
Yes. Okay.
It's usually sexual chocolate, but I didn't think that was appropriate.
Yeah, no, not today. The thunder, that keeps it kind of like inconspicuous.
Right. You know, it's warm and humid outside. I thought it was appropriate.
Bring us a little bit of that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So again, I'm reading for Avery, and I'm also reading for Maretha. All right, and all right, here we go. The Piano Lesson, August Wilson, Act 1. Scene 1. The lights come up on the Charles household. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. The dawn is beginning to announce itself, but there is something in the air that belongs to the night, a stillness that is portent, a gathering, a coming together of something akin to a storm. There is a loud knock at the door, off stage calling.
Hey, Doaker. Doaker.
He knocks again and calls.
Hey, Doaker. Hey, Berniece. Berniece.
Doaker enters from his room. He is a tall, thin man of 47 with severe features who has, for all intents and purposes, retired from the world, though he works full-time as a railroad cook.
Who is it?
Open the door, nigga. It's me, Boy Willie.
Who?
Boy Willie, open the door.
Doaker opens the door and Boy Willie and Lymon enter. Boy Willie is 30 years old. He has an infectious grin and a boyishness that is apt for his name. He is brash and impulsive, talkative and somewhat crude in speech and manner. Lymon is 29, Boy Willie's partner. He talks little and then with a straightforwardness that is often disarming.
What you doing up here?
I told you, Lymon. Lymon was talking about you might be sleeping. This is Lymon. You remember Lymon Jackson from down home? This is my Uncle Doaker.
What you doing up here? I couldn't figure out who that was. I thought you were still down in Mississippi.
Me and Lymon selling watermelons. We got a whole truck out there. Got a whole truckload of watermelons. We brought them up here to sell. Where's Berniece?
Oh.
Hey, Berniece.
Berniece up there asleep.
Well, let her get up. Hey, Berniece.
She got to go to work in the morning.
Well, she can get up and say hi. It's been 3 years since I seen her.
Oh.
Hey, Berniece, it's me, Boy Willie.
Berniece don't like all that hollering now.
She can go on back to bed. Me and Lymon been riding 2 days in that truck. The least she can do is get up and say hi.
Looking out the window. Corin, you in the same place we're in?
I think he has some technical diffs.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna wait a couple seconds. See Corin? Okay, he's coming. Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's all right.
Somebody had called me. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, no. You're cool. Shall we go from, where you want to go from?
Berniece don't like all that hollering now. She got to work in the morning.
Let's do that. Yeah, okay.
Berniece don't like all that hollering now. She got to work in the morning.
She can go on back to bed. Me and Lymon been riding 2 days in that truck. The least she can do is get up and say hi.
Looking out the window.
Where you get all that truck from?
It's Lymon's. I told him let's get a load of watermelons and bring them up here.
Boy Willie say he going back. but I'm going to stay. See what it's like up here.
You're gonna carry me down there first.
I told you, I ain't going back down there and take a chance on that truck breaking down again. You can take the train. Hey, tell him, Doaker, he can take the train back. After we sell them watermelons, he have enough money, he can buy him a whole railroad car.
Got all them watermelons stacked up there. No wonder the truck broke down. I'm surprised you made it this far with a load like that. Where you break down at?
We broke down 3 times. It took us 2.5 days to get here. It's a good thing we packed them watermelons fresh.
We broke down twice in West Virginia. The first time was just as soon as we got out of Sunflower. About 40 miles out, she broke down. We got it going and got all the way back to West Virginia before she broke down again.
We had to walk about 5 miles for some water.
You got a hole in the radiator, but it runs pretty good. You have to pump the brakes sometime before they catch. Boy, Willie have his door open and be ready to jump when that happens.
Lyman think that's funny. I told the nigga I'd give him $10 to get the brakes fixed, but he think that's funny.
They don't need fixing. All you got to do is pump them till they catch.
Berniece enters on the stairs, 35 years old, with an 11-year-old daughter. She is still in mourning for her husband after 3 years.
What you doing all that hollering for?
Hey, Berniece, Doaker said you was asleep. I said at least you could do was get up and say hi.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. And you come in here with all this noise. You can't come like normal folk. You gotta bring all that noise with you.
Hell, I ain't done nothing but come in and say hi. I ain't even in the house good.
That's what I'm talking about. You start all that hollering and carrying on as soon as you hit the door.
Oh, hell, woman. I was glad to see Doaker. You ain't had to come down if you didn't want to. I come 1,800 miles to see my sister. I figured she might want to get up and say hi. Other than that, you can go back upstairs. What you got, Doaker? Where your bottle? Me and Lymon want to drink.
Berniece.
This is Lymon. You remember Lymon Jackson from down home?
How you doing, Bernice? You look just like I thought you looked.
Why you all got to come in here hollering and carrying on? Waking the neighbors with all that noise.
They can come over and join the party. We fixing to have a party. Doaker, where your bottle? Me and Lymon celebrating. The ghost of Yellow Dog got Sutter.
Say what?
Ask Lymon. They found him the next morning, say he drowned in his well.
When that happened, boy, Willie?
About 3 weeks ago. Me and Lymon was over in Stoner County when we heard about it. We laughed. We thought it was funny. A great big old 340-pound man gonna fall down his well.
It reminded me of Humpty Dumpty.
Everybody say the ghost of Yellow Dog pushed him.
I don't want to hear that nonsense. Somebody down there pushing them people in their wells.
What was you and Lymon doing over in Stoner County?
We was down there working. Lymon got some people down there.
My cousin got some land down there. We was helping him.
Stop it.
Got near 100 acres. He got it set up real nice. Me and Lymon was down there chopping down trees. We was using Lymon's truck to haul the wood. Me and Lymon used to haul wood all around them parts.
To Berniece.
Me and Lymon got a truckload of watermelons out there.
Berniece crosses to the window to the parlor. And that's still Boy Willie's line.
Oh, I did it again. Doaker, where your bottle? I know you got a bottle stuck in your room. Come on. Me and Lymon want to drink.
Doaker exits into his room.
Where you all get that truck from?
I told you it's Lymon's.
Where you get that truck from, Lymon?
I bought it.
Where he get that truck from, Boy Willie?
He told you he bought it. Bought it for $120. I can't say where he got the $120 from, but he bought that old piece of truck from Henry Porter.
To Lymon.
Where you get that $120 from, nigga?
I got it like I get yours. I know how to take care of money.
Doaker brings a bottle and sets it on the table.
Oh, hell, Doaker. Got some of that good whiskey. Don't give Lymon none of that. He ain't used to good whiskey. He liable to get sick.
I done had good whiskey before.
Lymon bought that truck so he have him a place to sleep. He down there wasn't doing no work or nothing. Sheriff looking for him. He bought that truck to keep away from the sheriff. Got Stover looking for him too. He down there sleeping in that truck, ducking and dodging both of them. I told him, come on, let's go up here and see my sister.
What the sheriff looking for you for, Lymon?
The man don't want you to know all his business. He's my company. He ain't asking you no questions.
It wasn't nothing. It was just a misunderstanding.
He in my house. You say the sheriff looking for him? I want to know what he looking for him for. Otherwise, you all can go back out there and be where nobody don't have to ask you nothing.
It was just a misunderstanding. Sometimes me and the sheriff, we don't think alike. Sorry. So we just got crossed on each other.
Might be looking for him about that truck. He might have stole that truck.
We ain't stole no truck, woman. I told you, Lymon bought it.
Oh, boy, Willie and Lymon got more sense than to ride all the way up here in a stolen truck with a load of watermelons. Now, they might have a stolen watermelon, but I don't believe they stole that truck.
You don't even know the man good and you calling him a thief. And we ain't stole them watermelons either. Them old man Pettiford's watermelons. He gave me and Lymon all we could load for $10.
No wonder you got them stacked up out there. You must have 500 watermelons stacked up out there.
Boy, Willie, when you and Lymon planning on going back?
Lymon say he's staying. As soon as we sell them watermelons, I'm going back.
Starts to exit up the stairs.
That's what you need to do. And you need to do it quick. Come in here disrupting the house. I don't want all that loud carrying on around here. I'm surprised you ain't woke Maretha up.
I was fixing to get her now. Hey, Maretha!
Berniece don't like all that hollering now.
Don't you wake that child up.
You going up there? Wake her up and tell her uncle's here. I ain't seen her in 3 years. Wake her up and send her down here. She can go back to bed.
I ain't waking that child up. And don't you be making all that noise. You and Lymon need to sell them watermelons and go on back.
Berniece exits up the stairs.
I see Berniece still trying to be stuck up.
Oh, Berniece, all right. She don't want you making all that noise. Maretha up there asleep. Let her sleep until she get up. She can see you then.
I ain't thinking about Berniece. You hear from Whining Boy? You know Cleotha died.
Yeah, I heard that. He come by here about a year ago, had a whole sack of money. He stayed here about 2 weeks. I ain't offered nothing. Berniece asked him for $3 to buy some food, and he got mad and left.
Who's Whining Boy?
That's my uncle. That's Doaker's brother. You heard me talk about Whining Boy. He played the piano. He done made some records and everything. He's still doing that, Doaker?
He made 1 or 2 records a long time ago. That's the only ones I ever known him to make. If you let him tell it, he a big recording star.
He stopped down home about 2 years ago. That's what I hear. I don't know. Me and Lymon was up on Peachman Farm doing them 3 years.
He don't never stay in one place. Now, he been here about 8 months ago, back in the winter. Now you're subject not to see him for another 2 years. It's liable to be that long before he stopped by.
If he had a whole sack of money, you liable never to see him. You ain't gonna see him till he get broke. Just as soon as that sack of money is gone, you look up and he gonna be on your doorstep.
Noticing the piano.
Is that the piano?
Yeah, look here, Lymon. See how it got all those carvings on it? See, that's what I was talking about. See how it's carved up real nice and polished and everything? You never find you another piano like that.
Yeah, that looked real nice.
I told you. See how it's polished? My mama used to polish it every day. See all them pictures carved on it? That's what I was talking about. You can get a nice price for that piano.
That's all boy Willie talked about the whole trip up here. I got tired of hearing him talk about the piano.
All you want to talk about is women. You ought to hear this nigga Doaker talking about all the women he gonna get when he get up here. He ain't had none down there, but he gonna get 100 when he get up here.
How are you people doing down there, Lymon?
They all right. They still there. I come up here to see what it's like up here. Boy Willie trying to get me to go back and farm with him.
Sutter's brother selling the land. He say he gonna sell it to me. That's why I come up here. I got one part of it, sell them watermelons and give me another part. Get Berniece to sell that piano and I'll have the third part.
Berniece ain't gonna sell that piano.
I'm gonna talk to her. When she see I got a chance to get Sutter's land, she'll come around.
You can put that thought out your mind. Berniece ain't gonna sell that piano.
I'm gonna talk to her. She been playing on it?
You know she won't touch that piano. I ain't never known her to touch it since Mama Ola died. That's over 7 years now. She said it got blood on it. She got Maretha playing on it though. Say Maretha can go and do everything she can't do. Got her in an extra school down at the Irene Kaufman Settlement House. She want Maretha to grow up and be a school teacher. Say she good enough, she can teach on the piano.
Maretha don't need to be playing on no piano. She can play on the guitar.
How much land Sutter got left?
Got 100 acres. Good land. He done sold it piece by piece. He kept the good part for himself. Now he got to give that up. His brother come down from Chicago for the funeral. He up there in Chicago got some kind of business with soda fountain equipment. He anxious to sell the land, Doaker. He don't want to be bothered with it. He called me to him and said because of how long our families done known each other and how we've been good friends and all, say he wanted to sell the land to me. Say he'd rather see me with it than Jim Stover. Told me he'd let me have it for $2,000 cash money. He don't know I found out that most Stover would give him was $1,500. He trying to get that extra $500 out of me, telling me he doing me a favor. I thanked him just as nice. Told him what a good man Sutter was and how he had my sympathy and all. Told him to give me 2 weeks. He said he'd wait on me. That's why I came up here. Sell them watermelons, get Berniece to sell that piano, put them 2 parts with the part I done saved. Walk in there, tip my hat, lay my money down on the table, get my deed, and walk on out. This time, I get to keep all the cotton. Hire me some men to work it for me, gin my cotton, get my seed, and I'll see you again next year. Might even plant some tobacco or some oats.
You gonna have a hard time trying to get Berniece to sell that piano. You know Avery Brown from down there, don't you? He up here now. He followed Berniece up here trying to get her to marry him after Crawley got killed. He been up here about 2 years. He called himself a preacher now.
I know Avery. I know him from when he used to work on Wilshaw Place. Lymon know him too.
He after Berniece to marry. She keep telling him no, but he won't give up. He keep pressing her on it.
Avery think all white men is big shots. He don't know that some white men ain't got as much as he got.
Well, he's supposed to come up past here this morning. Bernice going down to the bank with him to see if he can get a loan to start his church. That's why I know Bernice ain't gonna sell that piano. He tried to get her to sell it to help him start his church. Sent the man around and everything.
What man?
Some white fellow was going around to all the colored people's houses looking to buy musical instruments. He'd buy anything. Drums, guitars, harmonicas, pianos. Avery sent him past here. He looked at the piano and got excited. Offered her a nice price. She turned it down and got on Avery for sending him past. The man kept on her for about 2 weeks. He seen where she was going to sell it. He gave her his number and told her if she ever wanted to sell it to call him first. And he'd go one better than what anybody else would give him for it.
How much he offer her for it?
Now, you know me. She didn't say, and I didn't ask. I just know it was a nice price.
All you gotta do is find out who he is and tell him somebody else wanna buy it from you. Tell him you can't make up your mind who to sell it to. And if he, like Doaker say, he'll give you anything you want for it.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find out who he is from Avery.
It ain't gonna do you no good. Bernice ain't gonna sell that piano.
She ain't got to sell it. I'm gonna sell it. I own just as much of it as she does.
Off stage hollers.
Doaker! Go, get away! Doaker!
Calling.
Bernice?
Doaker and Boy Willie rush to the stairs. Boy Willie runs up the stairs, passing Bernice as she enters, running.
Bernice, what's the matter? You all right? What's the matter?
Bernice tries to catch her breath. She is unable to speak.
That's all right. Take your time. You all right? What's the matter?
Calls.
Hey, boy, Willie.
Off stage.
Ain't nobody up here.
Sutter, stand on the top of the steps.
Pause.
Boy, Willie.
Lymon crosses to the stairs and looks up. Boy Willie enters from the stairs.
Hey, Doaker, what's wrong with her? Berniece, what's wrong? Who was you talking to?
She says she seen Sutter's ghost standing at the top of the stairs.
Seen what? Sutter? She ain't seen no Sutter.
He was standing right up there.
Entering on the stairs.
That's all in Bernice's head. Ain't nobody up there. Go on up there, Doaker.
I'll take your word for it. Bernice talking about what she seen. She say Sutter's ghost standing at the top of the steps. She ain't just make all that up.
She up there dreaming. She ain't seen no ghost.
You want a glass of water, Bernice? Get her a glass of water, boy, Willie.
She don't need no water. She ain't seen nothing. Go on.
Uh-oh. Deion?
Go on up there and look.
Okay.
Oh.
You
am I back?
you had froze for a moment. I was wondering if you were okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Can you give that last line, Deion? You mind?
Yeah. She don't need no water. She ain't seen nothing. Go on up there and look. Ain't nobody up there but Maretha.
Let Bernice tell it.
I ain't stopping her from telling it.
What happened, Bernice?
I come out my room to come back down here. Sutter was standing there in the hall.
What would he look like?
He looked like Sutter. He looked like he always looked.
Sutter couldn't find his way from Big Sandy to Little Sandy. How he gonna find his way all the way up here to Pittsburgh? Sutter ain't never even heard of Pittsburgh.
Go on, Bernice.
Just standing there with the blue suit on.
The man ain't never left Marlin County when he was living. And he's gonna come all the way down here now that he's dead?
Let her finish. I want to hear what she got to say.
I'll tell you this. If Bernice had seen him like she think she seen him, she'd still be running.
Go on, Bernice. Don't pay boy Willie no mind.
He was standing there, had his hand on top of his head, looked like he might have thought if he took his hand down, his head might have fallen off.
Did he have on a hat?
Just had on that blue suit. I told him to go away. He just stood there looking at me, calling boy Willie's name.
What are you calling me my name for?
I believe you pushed him in the well.
Now, what kind of sense that make? You telling me I'm gonna go out there and hide in the weeds with all them dogs and things he got around there, and I'm gonna hide and wait till I catch him looking down his well just right. Then I'm gonna run over and push him in. A great big old 340-pound man.
Well, what he calling your name for?
He bending over looking down his well, woman. How he know who pushed him? I could have been anybody. Where was you when Sutter fell in his well? Where was Doaker? Me and Lymon was over in Stoner County. Tell her, Lymon, the ghost of Yellow Dog got Sutter. That's what happened to him.
You can talk all that ghost of the yellow dog stuff if you want. I know better.
The ghost of the yellow dog pushed him. That's what the people say. They found him in his well, and all the people say it must be the ghost of the yellow dog, just like all them other men.
I'm talking about he looking for me. What he come all this way for up here for? If he looking for me, all he got to do is wait. He could have saved himself a trip if he was looking for me. That ain't nothing but in Bernice's head. Ain't no telling what he liable to come up with next.
Boy, Willie, I want you and Lymon to go ahead and leave my house. Just go on somewhere. You don't know nothing. You don't do nothing but bring trouble with you everywhere you go. If it wasn't for you, Crawley would still be alive.
Crawley, what? I ain't had nothing to do with Crawley getting killed. Crawley 3 times 7. He had his own mind.
Just go on and leave. Let Sutter go somewhere else looking for you.
I'm leaving. Soon as we sell them watermelons. Other than that, I ain't going nowhere. Hell, I just got here. Talking about Sutter looking for me. Sutter was looking for that piano. That's what he was looking for. He had to die to find out where that piano was at. If I was you, I'd get rid of it. That's the way to get rid of Sutter's ghost and get rid of that piano.
I want you and Lymon to go on and take all this confusion out my house.
Hey, tell her, Doaker. What kind of sense that make? I told you, Lymon. As soon as Berniece see me, she was gonna start something. Didn't I tell you that? Now she done made up that story about Sutter just so she could tell me to leave her house. Well, hell, I ain't going nowhere till I sell them watermelons.
Well, why don't you go out there and sell them? Sell them and go on back.
We wait until the people get up.
Boy, Willie say if you get out there too early and wake the people up, they get mad at you and won't buy nothing from you.
You won't be waiting long. You don't let the sun catch up with you. It's the time everybody be getting up around here.
Come on, Doaker. Walk up here with me. Let me get Maretha up and get her started. I got to get ready myself. Boy, Willie, just go on out there and sell them watermelons. And you and Lymon, leave my house.
Berniece and Doaker exit up the stairs, calling after them.
If you see Sutter up there, tell him I'm down here waiting on him.
What if she see him again?
That's all in her head. There ain't no ghost up there.
Calls.
Hey, Doaker, I told you ain't nothing up there.
I'm glad he didn't say he was looking for me.
I wish I would see Sutter's ghost. Give me a chance to look on him.
You ought to stay up here with me. You be down there working his land. He might come looking for you all the time.
I ain't thinking about Sutter, and I ain't thinking about staying up here. You stay up here. I'm going back and get Sutter's land. You think you ain't got to work up here. You think this is the land of milk and honey. But I ain't scared of work. I'm going back to farm every acre of that land.
Doaker enters from the stairs.
I told you there ain't nothing up there, Doaker. Bernice dreaming, all that.
I believe Bernice seen something. Bernice level-headed. She ain't just made all that up. She say Sutter had on a suit. I don't believe she ever seen Sutter in a suit. I believe that's what he was buried in, and that's what Bernice saw.
Well, let her keep on seeing him then, as long as he don't mess with me.
Doaker starts to cook his breakfast.
I heard about you, Doaker. They say you got all the women looking out for you down home. They be looking to see you coming. Say you got a different one every 2 weeks. Say they fighting one another for you to stay with them. Look at him, Lymon. He knows it's true.
I ain't thinking about no women. They never get me tied up with them. After Corin, I ain't got no use for them. I stay up on Jack Slattery's place when I be down there. All the women want is somebody with a steady paycheck.
That ain't what I hear. I hear every 2 weeks the women all put on their dresses and line up at the railroad station.
I don't get down there but once a month. I used to get down there every 2 weeks, but they keep switching me around. They keep switching all the fellows around.
Doaker can't turn that railroad loose. He was working the railroad when I was walking around crying for sugar tip. My mama used to brag on him.
I'm cooking now, but I used to line track. I pieced together the yellow dog stitch by stitch, rail by rail. Line track all up around there. I line track all up around Sunflower and Clarksdale. Winding boy worked with me. He helped me put on some of that track. He'd work it for 6 months and quit. Go back to playing piano and gambling.
How long you been with the railroad now?
27 years. Now, I'll tell you something about the railroad. What I done learned after 27 years, see, you got north, you got west, you look over there, you got south. Over there, you got east. Now, you can start from anywhere. Don't care where you're at. You got to go one of them 4 ways, and whichever way you decide to go, they got a railroad that will take you there. Now, that's something simple. You think anybody would be able to understand that, but you'd be surprised how many people trying to go up north get on the train going west. They think the train's supposed to go where they're going rather than where it's going. Now, why are people going? Their sister's sick. They leaving before they kill somebody, and they sitting across from somebody who's leaving to keep from somebody getting killed. They leaving because they can't get satisfied. They're going to meet somebody. I wish I had $1 for every time that someone wasn't at the train station to meet them. I done seen that a lot. In between the time they sent the telegram and the time that person get there, they done forgot all about it. They got so many trains out there that they have a hard time keeping them from running into each other. Got trains going every which way. Got people on all of them. Somebody going somewhere where somebody just left. If everybody stay in one place, I believe this world will be better. Now, what I done learned after 27 years of railroading is this. If the train stays on the track, it's going to get where it's going. It might not be where you going. If it ain't, then all you got to do is sit and wait, because that train's coming back to get you. The train don't ever stop. It'll come back every time. Now, I'll tell you another thing.
What you cooking over there, Doaker? Me and Lymon hungry.
You going down there to Wiley and Kirkpatrick to eat his restaurant. Coffee costs a nickel, and you can get 2 eggs, sausage, and grits for 15 cents. He even give you a biscuit with it.
That look good what you got. Give me a little piece of that grilled bread.
Here. Go on, take the whole piece.
Here you go, Lymon. You want a piece?
He gives Lymon a piece of toast. Maretha enters from the stairs.
Hey, sugar. Come here and give me a hug. Come on, give Uncle Boy Willie a hug. Don't be shy. Look at her, Doaker. She done got bigger. Ain't she got big?
Corin, you got a line. You're muted.
Yeah, she getting up there.
How you doing, sugar?
Fine.
You was just a little old thing last time I seen you. You remember me, don't you? This your Uncle Boy Willie from down south. That there's Lymon. He's my friend. We come up here to sell watermelons. You like watermelons?
Maretha nods.
We got a whole truckload out front. You can have as many as you want. What you been doing?
Nothing.
Don't be shy now. Look at you getting all big. How old is you?
11. I'm gonna be 12 soon.
You like it up here? You like the north?
It's all right.
That there's Lymon. Did you say hi to Lymon?
Hi.
How you doing? You look just like your mama. I remember you when you was wearing diapers.
You gonna come down south and see me? Uncle Boy Willie gonna get him a farm. Gonna get a great big old farm. Come down there and I'll teach you how to ride a mule. Teach you how to kill a chicken too.
I seen my mama do that.
Ain't nothing to it. You just grab him by his neck and twist it. Get you a real good grip and then you just wring his neck and throw him in the pot. Cook him up. Then you got some good eating. What you like to eat? What kind of food you like?
I like everything except I don't like no black eyed peas.
Uncle Doaker tell me your mama got you playing that piano. Come on, play something for me.
Boy Willie crosses over to the piano, followed by Maretha.
Show me what you can do. Come on now. Here. Uncle Boy Willie give you a dime. Show me what you can do. Don't be bashful now. That dime say you can't be bashful.
Maretha plays. It is something any beginner first learns.
Here, let me show you something.
Boy Willie sits and plays a simple boogie woogie.
See that? See what I'm doing? That's what you call the boogie woogie. See now, you can get up and dance to that. That's how good it sounds. It sounds like you want to dance. You can dance to that. It'll hold you up. Whatever kind of dance you want to do, you can dance to that right there. See that? See how it go? Ain't nothing to it. Go on, you do it.
I got to read it on the paper.
You don't need no paper. Go on. Do just like that there.
Maretha, you get up here and get ready to go so you be on time. Ain't no need you trying to take advantage of company.
I gotta go.
Uncle Boy Willie gonna get you a guitar. Let Uncle Doaker teach you how to play that. You don't need to read no paper to play the guitar. Your mama told you about that piano? You know how them pictures got on there?
She says it just always been like that since you got it.
You hear that, Doaker? And you sitting up in here in the house with Berniece.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't get in the way of Berniece raising her.
You tell your mama to tell you about that piano. You ask her how them pictures got on there. If she don't tell you, I'll tell you.
Maretha!
Gotta go. I gotta get ready to go.
She getting big, Doaker. You remember her, Lymon?
She used to be real little.
There's a knock on the door. Doaker goes to answer it. Avery answers, 38 years old, honest and ambitious. He has taken to the city like a fish to water, finding in it opportunities for growth and advancement that did not exist for him in the rural South. He is dressed in a suit and tie with a gold cross around his neck. He carries a small Bible.
Hey, Avery, come on in. Berniece upstairs.
Look at him. Look at him. He don't know what to say. He wasn't expecting to see me.
Hey, boy Willie. What you doing up here?
Look at him, Lymon.
That Lymon? Lymon Jackson?
Yeah, you know Lymon.
Berniece be ready in a minute, Avery.
Doaker say you a preacher now. What? We supposed to call you Reverend? You used to be plain old Avery. When you get to be a preacher, nigga?
Avery say he gonna be a preacher so he don't have to work.
I remember when you was down there on that on the Wilshaw place. You wasn't thinking about no Reverend then.
That must be your truck out there. I saw that truck with them watermelons. I was trying to figure out what it's doing in front of the house.
Yeah, me and Lymon selling watermelons. That's Lymon's truck.
Berniece say you all going down to the bank.
Yeah. Give me a half a day off work. I got an appointment. Talk to the bank about getting a loan, start my church.
Lymon say preachers don't have to work. Where you working at, nigga?
Oh, Avery got him one of them good jobs. He working at one of them skyscrapers downtown.
I'm working down there at the golf building, running an elevator. Got a pension and everything. They even give you a turkey on Thanksgiving.
How you know the rope ain't gonna break? Ain't you scared the rope's gonna break?
Steel. They got steel cables holding it up. Take a whole lot of breaking to break that steel. Nah, I ain't worried about nothing like that. It ain't nothing but a little old elevator. Now, I wouldn't get in none of them airplanes. You couldn't pay me to do nothing like that.
Well, that'd be fun. I'd rather do that than ride in one of them elevators.
How many of them watermelons you want to buy?
Thought you was gonna give me one, seeing as you got a whole truck full.
You can get one, get two. I'll give you two for $1.
Can't eat but one. How much are they?
Oh, nigga, you know I'll give you a watermelon. Go on, take as many as you want. Just leave some for me and Lymon to sell.
I don't want but one.
How'd you get to be a preacher, Avery? I might want to be a preacher one day. Have everybody call me Reverend Boy Willie.
Come to me in a dream. God called me and told me he wanted me to be a shepherd for his flock. That's what I'm going to call my church. The Good Shepherd, Church of God in Christ.
But tell him what you told me. Tell him about the 3 hobos.
Boy, Willie don't want to hear all that.
Well, I do. Lots of people say your dreams can come true.
Nah, you want to know, you don't want to hear all that. Nah.
Go on. I told him you was a preacher. He didn't want to believe me. Tell him about the 3 hobos.
Well, it come to me in a dream. See, I was sitting out in this railroad yard watching the trains go by. The train stopped, and these 3 hobos got off. They told me they had come from Nazareth and was on their way to Jerusalem. They had 3 candles. They gave me one and told me to light it. But be careful that it wouldn't go out. Now, next thing, I know I was standing in front of the house. This house. Something told me to go knock on the door. This old woman opened the door and said they had been waiting on me. Then she led me into this room. It was a big room. It was full of all kinds of different people. They looked like anybody else, except they all had sheep heads and was making noise like sheep make. I heard somebody call my name. Looked around and there was these same 3 hobos. They told me to take off my clothes. And they gave me a blue robe and gold thread. Washed my feet and combed my hair. Then showed me these 3 doors and told me, pick one. I went through one of them doors and that flame left off that candle and it seemed like my whole head caught fire. Looked around and there was 4 or 5 other men standing there with these same blue robes on. Then we heard a voice tell us to look out, across the valley. We looked out and saw the valley was full of wolves. The voice told us that these sheep people that I had seen in the other room had to go over to the other side of this valley and somebody had to take them. Then I heard another voice say, well, who shall I send? Next thing I knew, I said, here I am. Send me. That's when I met Jesus. He said, if you go, I'll go with you. Something told me to say, come on, let's go. That's when I woke up. My head felt like it was on fire, but I had a peace about myself that was hard to explain. I knew right then that I had been filled with the Holy Ghost, called to be a servant of the Lord. Took me a while before I could accept that, but then a lot of little ways God showed me that it was true. So I became a preacher.
I see why you want to call it the Good Shepherd Church. You dreaming about them sheep people. I can see that easy.
Doaker say you sent some white man past the house to look at that piano. Say he was going around to all the colored people's houses looking to buy up musical instruments.
Yeah, but Berniece didn't want to sell that piano after she told me about it. I could see why she didn't want to sell it.
What's this man's name?
Oh, that's a while back now. I got his name. Give Bernice a card with his name and telephone number on it, but I believe she throwed it away. Bernice and Maretha enter from the stairs.
Maretha, run back upstairs and get my pocketbook. And wipe that hair grease off your forehead. Go ahead, hurry up.
Maretha exits up the stairs.
How you doing, Avery? You done got all dressed up. You look nice. Boy, Willie, I thought you and Lymon was going to sell them watermelons.
Lymon done got sleepy. We liable to get some sleep first.
I ain't sleepy.
As many watermelons as you got stacked up on that truck out there, you ought to have been gone.
We're gonna go in a minute. We going?
Doaker, I'm gonna stop down there on Logan Street. You want anything?
You can pick me up some ham hocks if you're going down there. See if you can get the smoked ones. If they ain't got the fresh ones. Don't get the ones that got all the fat under the skin. Look for the long ones. They nice and lean.
He gives her $1.
Don't get the short ones once lessons they smoked. If you got to get the fresh ones, make sure that they the long ones. If they ain't got them smoked, then go ahead and get the short ones.
Pause.
You may as well get some turnip greens while you're down there. I got some buttermilk. If you pick up some cornmeal, I'll make me some cornbread and cook up them turnip greens.
Maretha enters from the stairs. We gonna take the streetcar?
Me and Avery gonna drop you off at the settlement house. You mind them people down there. Don't be going down there showing your color. Boy, Willie, I done told you what to do. I'll see you later, Doaker.
I'll be seeing you again, boy Willie. Deion?
Hey, Bernice, what's the name of that man Avery sent past to say he want to buy the piano?
I knew it. I knew it when I first seen you. I knew you was up to something.
Deion, you okay?
Told me he'd give me 2.
Deion,
hold on.
You're breaking up just a little bit.
Am
Yeah,
I-
I just want to say that.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're good. Can you start from Sutter's brother? You're a little frozen right now. No. Deion, you there? Here's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, you're with us. Great, excellent. Okay. We're gonna start from Sutter's brother. You ready, Deion?
Moving.
You're moving. You're good.
Yeah. Sutter's brother say he's selling the land to. I got one part. Sell them watermelons, give me another part. Then we can sell that piano, and I'll have the third part.
I ain't selling that piano, boy, Willie. If that's why you come up here, you can just forget about it.
To Doaker.
Doaker, I'll see you later. Boy, Willie ain't nothing but a whole lot of mouth. I ain't paying him no mind. If he come up here thinking he gonna sell that piano, then he done come up here for nothing.
Berniece, Avery, and Maretha exit the front door.
Hey, Lymon, you ready to sell these watermelons?
Boy Willie and Lymon start to exit. At the door, Boy Willie turns to Doaker.
Hey, Doaker, if Berniece don't want to sell that piano, I'm going to cut it in half and go on and sell my half.
Boy Willie and Lymon exit. The lights go down on the scene. End of Act 1, Scene 1. We kind of did it.
Yeah,
Yes.
You know, it was a different time for us today. You know what? Together, hand in hand, we made it through.
These are people.
Okay, holding hands. I don't know, it's hard to do it, but I feel it.
I'm just going to put my hands off to each side of my window.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Okay, me too.
Oh, nice.
It's working. Look at
Come
that.
on, Quincy.
Quincy put his hands out.
Thank you.
I'm right here.
We're here. We're holding each other.
Nice.
Don't make that face,
My
Corin.
first Zoom handhold.
Corin's face
Wait
is
a
like,
minute,
I
it's
guess
funny because I'm
doing
like
it.
trying to fit myself in my screens. I'm just like,
Dang, don't nothing come in your size today.
I don't know. I just wanted to, I have a question, and I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. First of all, thank you. That was a lot of fun, even though there was some technical stuff. But, you know, we're in the world of virtuality. So
And better get used to it.
it's what it is.
Yeah.
And patience is going to be required. And as long as we don't lose our momentum. But I have a question about, what do you all think about, there's a monologue that Doaker has. I think it's on page 19. He says something about if the train stays on the track, that monologue, and his philosophy. Because I know, like, a lot of time, well, all the time, anytime a character talks about his philosophy, he judges his life based on the philosophy that he's sharing, you know, in the dialogue. So I wonder how he measures himself, or how anybody else that might want to, like, talk on it, measures himself, Doaker, on that philosophy he talks about. It's 19, y'all, if anyone's looking.
Yeah, I feel like it illuminates the kind of person that he is, in the fact that, like, he kind of goes with the flow. Like, even when he talks about him and like Berniece, he's like, I ain't getting in all that. You know, she raises her child however she wants to raise her child. Even back when I was like, did you ask how much he wants to pay for the piano? And he's like, you know me, I ain't asking all that.
Right.
So, you know, I just think he's very, you know, go with the flow. If you keep doing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I keep doing what I'm doing, then everything should be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And I feel like that's really the kind of person he is.
Also, I think he's also just saying, he's kind of acknowledging that people make mistakes and people don't always know people are misguided and don't even realize people don't even realize how misguided they are, and other people don't realize how many misguided people there are, you know, getting on the wrong train, thinking they're going north, but they're really going south. And maybe even for his own life, he was thinking that, right? I was going to be, what did he say? I was going to be, I'm cooking now, but I used to, what did he say he used to do?
Work the line?
I used to line the track. Yeah, I pieced together the yellow dog stitch by stitch, rail by rail. So he used to work on the railroad, like laying down the track, but now he's the cook. And it's something like, you know, now what I done learned after 27 years of railroading is this: if the train stays on track, it's going to get where it's going. It might not be where you going, but if it ain't, then all you got to do is sit and wait, because the train is going to come back to get you. So it may be like one of those things where I might not have wanted to start laying the track down. You know, I might have been passionate about cooking, because you can see in the first scene, that once I start cooking my breakfast, boy, Willie like, hey, what you cooking over there? Like, you know, so cooking may have been Doaker's passion, but because he knows, you know, like, if I stay on the course, if I stay on this train track, if I stay here, then I may not go the direction that I want to go. But if I stay on the course, I know that the train that I want to be on is going to come and get me, and I'll get to my goal ultimately.
And I'm going to be where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, kind of like that thing I think about, like, you can't possibly reach a goal. And I know there's like some other better eloquently put way to say it, but you can't reach a goal unless you're like reaching for the goal. It's not just gonna like assume you or consume you. Like, you actually have to do something to get to it. And the less you do something, the lesser of a chance you have to accomplishing, you know, whatever that goal may be or whatever. So that's something that just kind of like it's a philosophy in my head, just something that I think about, like, okay, I don't really feel like it, but let me at least do the thing and be in it, stay in it, and things can happen. But the further you're away, the more you you know, just procrastinate or pull yourself away for any reason or excuse that you create.
Associate yourself.
You have less of a chance for success, whatever that success is that you're you know, hoping to accomplish. So, but that monologue was like, oh, okay, you preaching? Okay, you saying something.
A word.
Yeah, he definitely was saying a word. So, and I think he is a voice of reason for just like the heartbeat. I feel like he's the heartbeat. Yeah, I don't know, Quincy. You know this character probably better than I do. So, what do you think? Well, I don't know about better than us, whatever. But you were in there, so.
Well, I think as far as like working for the Yellow Dog, it wasn't a job to stay in. You know, it was, you know, it's what made him who he was. You know, you got to think at that time, working at the Yellow Dog was probably around like 1900, 1910 when Doaker was working it. So like, I think where Doaker is now in his life is kind of like the black man's dream of just like what content looks like. You know, he's content being a chef, being a cook, you know, because even though I think he only cooks in Act 1. I remember I was only cooking in Act 1. Yeah. So that's where he is. You know, all of this takes place in his house. Like, he is the peacemaker of the family. Like, he done seen it all, been through it. And he's that family member that you know, Berniece has a strong side, and boy, Willie has a strong side, and Doaker's like right in the middle. Like, I'm not going to take anybody's side. I'm going to do what's right.
He's probably like a Libra, right?
I don't know.
Yes, Libra.
I don't know.
But
I get Gemini vibes.
Listen, it's Gemini season, honey. I'm living my life.
He's made a lot of mistakes in his life to the point where he's at a point where he kind of wrote his wrongs in a sense. Because like, I don't know if you guys like read the entire piano lesson. I don't want to give any like spoilers, but Doaker talks about like you know, him and his brother Winer and Boy moving the piano, and you know, the third brother got killed, and there's a lot of guilt involved and all these things. So Doaker, so I think the reason why Doaker doesn't get on any side, because he realizes, like, you know, you guys are not right and you're not wrong either. It's just like, gotta figure it out for yourself, because I'm not going to get it. I've already done my part in my life. You know, it's really deep. You know, the further you get into the story. So yeah.
I have another.
It's sort of like
Corin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, it's sort of like when like we're all over my parents' house, like my brother, my sister, my siblings are the only, like, they have children. I'm child free. Like, so like I see how my brother and my sister interact with their children, and like, I cut my eyes, and my parents like do you see this? And they have to like, I ain't getting into that. Like, that's not me. Like, that's I raised my kids. Like, this is like, that's something that y'all gonna have to deal with. So yeah, I definitely see that in Doaker. Definitely.
Yeah.
On top of the fact, he probably feels like he's in his son, especially in this time in America. He's in his mid-40s. He probably feel like he's in his sunset years. So he's like,
Mhm.
I'm not, I don't got time for all this. You know, on top of being the kind of person that's so content.
Mm-hmm.
Especially working the railroad, because the life expectancy of a black man working the railroad at that particular time was like 55, 60.
Yeah.
Because of all of the things that they breathed in. So their life expectancy wasn't that long.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we had a chance to at least read the first scene together. I want to thank you all for bearing through today and coming together and reading together. Is everybody, I just want to check in with you. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yes. As cool as I can.
I'm gonna wait for you. Okay. You I mean,
I'm
yeah.
good.
Okay. Does anybody need anything? Listen, I don't have dollars upon dollars. If you're in need of something, just holler at me. I don't have it like that,
Trust
but
and
I'm just
believe.
saying, I want to be supportive of y'all too. I mean, this is fun. This is great. It really is. But this is also a really interesting and unfortunate time in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Mary.
Oh, for sure.
Let me get
even just to
out.
talk about,
Murray.
Oh. Listen, when we don't have to quarantine anymore, margarita's at my place. So Corin, make your way down.
I will.
Quincy, make your way over.
I'll be there.
I will.
I'll be there.
Yeah, and any other kind of lovely atmospheric spirits you wanna contribute to the table. But all right, you all, thank you so much. I will see a couple of you next week, and then I'm not going to see you all again for a while. If you still want to come through later, after maybe 3 weeks, because I think Don, we're working together in 2 weeks for Steel Magnolias.
Yes.
But next week is just Quincy and Morgan, and I am going to be thinking about a schedule for the future, for the next, into July after my birthday, which is June 19th. I want to kind of take a break that week. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, my birthday
Wait a
is
minute.
Juneteenth.
I was about to say, I did not know your birthday was on Juneteenth. Yeah. That's dope. That's super
I love
dope.
it. I think it's dope too. I love it. I love it so much. So a week after that, I would love to get back into it if anyone still wants to play. If you don't, it's all good. It's just something I want us to be able to do as an outlet. Even if it's something that you're doing for your portfolio or just doing to have fun, I want to be that. I want this to be that for you and us. So just let me know. Thank you. Have a good Friday and good weekend.
Peace.
Everybody be safe.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
All right, y'all.
Keep hope alive.
Yes, please.